This morning, security officials on alert for possible Russian cyber attacks, not just in Europe, but here in the US.
It looked at first like an attack just on hospitals in the UK, but it's now becoming clear that this malicious software has run riot around the world.
Ukraine, Romania, Poland, Kuwait, South Korea. Hackers are being rounded up.
The cyber gang has stolen as much as $1 billion from over 100 financial institutions.
It says hackers used malware to gain access to banks in 30 countries. How were these thieves able to carry this out for so long?
Envision a world where you approach an ATM machine, and astonishingly, without any physical interaction, the machine unexpectedly begins dispensing cash. This remarkable occurrence was attributed to the activities of the Carbanak Group. Carbanak, alternatively known as Anunak, gained infamy in 2014 for orchestrating highly sophisticated cyber attacks on financial institutions worldwide. Their modus operandi involved infiltrating the systems of banks, manipulating account balances, and initiating fraudulent transactions to pilfer millions of dollars. While Carbanak primarily targeted banks in Russia and Eastern Europe, their operations expanded to encompass other regions, including the United States and Asia. This geographical diversity enabled them to exploit vulnerabilities in various banking systems. To gain initial access to a bank's network, the group employed a crafted spear phishing emails. These deceptive messages were designed to deceive employees into clicking on malicious links or opening infected attachments, providing the attackers with a foothold within the targeted institution's systems. Once inside the network, Carbanak conducted extensive reconnaissance to gain an in-depth understanding of the bank's internal operations, security protocols, and transactional processes. This research allowed them to identify high-value targets, such as specific accounts or departments within the bank. The group employed a range of malware, including remote access trojans, rats, keyloggers, and backdoors, to maintain persistent control over compromised systems. These malicious tools granted them the ability to monitor activities, manipulate account balances, and execute fraudulent transactions without arousing suspicion. Carbanak utilized sophisticated techniques to tamper with the bank's internal systems. They altered account balances, created fictitious accounts, and modified transaction records to conceal their fraudulent activities. This manipulation made it challenging for the banks to detect unauthorized transactions. In addition to their cyber-based financial fraud, Carbanak targeted banks' ATM networks. By infecting ATMs with malware, they gained remote control over the machines. At predetermined times, when their collaborators were ready to collect the cash, the infected ATMs dispensed money without the need for stolen payment cards. To facilitate the withdrawal and laundering of stolen funds, the group relied on money mules, individuals recruited specifically for this role. These individuals would withdraw cash from ATMs, receive wire transfers, convert the funds into different currencies, and transmit them to the attackers through various channels. Carbanak employed sophisticated money laundering techniques to obscure the origin of the stolen funds. They leveraged cryptocurrency exchanges, shell companies, and international wire transfers to move money across borders, making it more difficult to trace. The group's operations were organized and involved collaboration among individuals with distinct roles and expertise. This included hackers responsible for gaining initial access, malware developers, money mules, and individuals knowledgeable in money laundering and financial transactions. Carbanak's well-executed attacks resulted in the theft of millions of dollars from various banks. Their careful planning and execution allowed them to elude detection for an extended period, maximizing their illicit financial gains. The attacks inflicted severe consequences upon the targeted financial institutions. In addition to the financial losses, the banks suffered reputational damage, erosion of customer trust, and heightened scrutiny from regulatory authorities. Carbanak's activities exemplified the increasing collaboration among cyber criminal groups. They shared tactics, techniques, and tools with other notorious groups, contributing to the rapid evolution of cybercrime and the dissemination of advanced attack methodologies. Law enforcement agencies, cybersecurity firms, and international organizations collaborated intensively to investigate and dismantle Carbanak's operations. As a result, several key members of the group were apprehended, and their activities were disrupted. While the original Carbanak Group was dismantled, their activities and techniques served as an inspiration to other cybercriminals. The incident underscored the need for ongoing cybersecurity efforts and raised awareness about the escalating threat posed by sophisticated hacking groups. Prompted by these attacks, financial institutions fortified their cybersecurity defenses. Banks and financial organizations invested in enhanced monitoring systems, employee training programs, and advanced threat detection technologies to prevent similar breaches in the future. The Carbanak case fostered increased collaboration and information sharing among banks, industry associations, and government agencies.